Right lads, I'm your host, Kebab. Right. YouTube is removing dislikes. Now I saw a news article for this while editing another video, and subsequently pushed that video to the side for the time being. I was already planning on doing a video in the future of YouTube regardless, so when I saw this news story, I knew I'd throw a script together real quick and get this video up. Now as I said before, I've been on YouTube about 10 years, and although I haven't been creating content on the platform that long, I've only been doing that about a year and a bit. So I've seen firsthand a lot of the changes that have happened on YouTube over the past 10 years, whether that be the apocalypse, changes to the partnership program, YouTube getting more strict on what videos appear on the site, and overall them trying to keep negativity down on the platform. That last bit is mostly the one that relates to these turn of events, obviously. Now the whole idea of YouTube removing dislikes isn't exactly new news. There's been talks of YouTube doing this for a while now, and if you're a creator like me, you'll probably know that the YouTube Studio mobile app has been hiding dislikes for probably over a month now at this point. Now YouTube's reasoning for this is pretty clear. They're trying to eliminate the idea of someone coming along, or a group of people coming along, mass disliking, a smaller creator's channel who's only just started off, which is then putting them off the platform, not wanting them to make content anymore, just kind of, demoralizing people. At least that's what they're saying anyway, because I have never known YouTube to ever care about smaller creators, so it's a bit of an unusual turn of events. Now the reasoning obviously has flaws due to the fact that it's only the viewers being hidden from the number. If you're a creator yourself, you can still see how many people have disliked your video, which doesn't exactly make sense. Now YouTube have claimed through their experimentation that when people can't actually see how many dislikes are on a video, they're less inclined to dislike a video. And who am I to challenge that experiment? They did the research, not me. Now although it probably does stop the general viewer from disliking a video as much as, would be if the number was there, that doesn't stop 40 or 50 people in the Discord server or some other, trolling group from just mass disliking a video anyway, which granted is out of YouTube's control, but the reasoning isn't flawless is what I'm trying to say. Now personally, I'm not actually a huge fan of this whole idea of getting rid of dislikes. Now even though I'm a smaller creator and I technically fall into the bracket of these people that YouTube are trying to protect, I kind of like knowing people didn't like certain videos on my channel. See, the thing is, if you have, 25 people disliking your video in a space of an hour, you've done something wrong. Granted, sometimes it might not just be, your general viewer thinking it's bad content. The person just might not like you, or just might not like the type of content you're making in general. Or, you click on someone's video and it's an entirely different video to what you expected it to be. To say I'm surprised about this decision, however, would be a lie. See, YouTube for years has kind of been its own entity, kind of unfazed, and not really competing, at least directly, with any other social media sites. As in, there hasn't really been a platform that can rival what YouTube has been doing, or YouTube's been offering to people, except for the fact that TikTok's come along. Of course, Vine kind of rivaled it a bit, and Musically to a much lesser extent. But whereas Vine kind of coexisted with YouTube, TikTok, because of how big it is actively stealing a lot of YouTube's audience. And it is the much more convenient app. I mean, if you're sitting there at a bus stop for 2 minutes, you can whack through 3 or 4 TikToks. Whereas YouTube, you kind of have to dedicate a lot more time to it. Most of the videos are much longer. Like, even the shortest ones are at least 5 minutes. So we have seen YouTube try to copy TikTok with, the whole YouTube Shorts thing, similar to how Instagram's done it with Instagram TV. The thing is, pretty much everything I see on YouTube Shorts is a repost to TikTok, and removing the dislikes once again could be an attempt by YouTube to stop seeming, a bit old-fashioned. After all, pretty much every other social media platform, except for maybe Reddit, doesn't have dislikes. However, the removal of dislikes could lead to unforeseen consequences in the future. The thing is, as I said before, things like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all these platforms don't have dislikes, so the only way to really voice your disposition towards a post is to leave a not nice comment. And as a result, in many cases, these platforms are kind of a breeding ground for hate comments. Now, I'm not trying to say hate comments don't happen on YouTube, of course they do. I'm not trying to claim this platform is the Garden of Eden, because by God is it far from that. But will the removal of dislikes lead to a rise in hate comments across the board on this platform? It's hard to tell. It's definitely something YouTube should take into consideration if they haven't already. Then again, YouTube isn't known to go back on many, if any, decisions it's ever made. Now this year, YouTube is 16 years old, which is a pretty decent lifetime for a social media platform. And I think in the next 5 years especially, YouTube is going to be walking a fine line between conforming to the rest of the industry and trying to keep its own identity, and leading too much to either side could lead to the platform going off the rails. Now obviously me and a lot of other creators don't want this to happen to the platform. Me personally, I was part of a generation that grew up on YouTube. We were actually watching YouTube a lot of the time more than TV, so I've very much grown up alongside the site. I obviously enjoy making content here. I've tried things like TikTok, wasn't as much of a fan of them. Yeah, my camera's memory card ran out, so this way might be a slightly different angle. However, it is looking like TikTok is the direction platforms are going, and if YouTube can't continue to offer something unique to the viewer, it's going to be left in the dust. Right, towards the end there, I might have got a bit off topic, but not really. But anyways, what do you guys think? Leave your opinions on these changes in the comments below. Hopefully I can get some opinions from viewers and fellow creators in the comments. Anyway guys, thank you for watching or listening to this little ramble, and I'm off to edit another video.